Good evening. I am Jim Mumford. Welcome to the Pizza Roundtable, part of the Pizza Club Network, where we discuss the pizza news of the week. I am honored to be here by my co-host, Anna Crucitt. Anna, good evening. How the heck are you?
I am doing great. I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. You and I first show together. Gonna be absolutely magical. For those who don't remember when you were on a few months ago, do you want to tell our wonderful viewers and/or listeners a little bit about you and the award-winning shop you run?
Awesome. Yeah. I am a co-owner of Mercurios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We do a Neapolitan pizza and artisan gelato out of our location. So we have two locations in Pittsburgh, and I have a gelato wholesale manufacturing business. In January 2025, so just a few weeks ago, I was in Rimini and competed in the World Pizza Games, and I won best gluten-free pizza. So
Yes.
that's
So
very cool.
congratulations.
Thank
We are
you.
first off honored to have you. You and I have talked and interacted for quite a while now, several months, and honored to have you. I think she's bearing the lead a little bit at how world class she is, not only at pizza but at gelato. So I'm excited to have you. We have I think 5 articles we're going to get into this evening, and we might as well just
Let's go.
dive right in. Let's go. Well, the first one I think is going to be pretty fun. I think I might let you take this one, Chef Anna. What do we have here?
So this is an article done by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Hal is a friend of ours, and he was one of the first people I contacted just to let him know. He came out to Las Vegas last year when I let him know that I won in Rimini, and he did a write-up about a new pizza shop in Pittsburgh, and then about our win. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, amazing article, right? So kind of gets into the new shop, as you said, Grasso's. They're Sicilian, kind of inspired, right? So definitely a different style than what you make, right?
Yes. So they do it's in the article it talks about it's like kind of a blend between Detroit and Sicilian, which sounds wonderful to me because I do love a thick crust pizza. I know I don't do one, but like if I'm going to choose to eat one outside of my restaurant, that's I'm reaching for a Sicilian for sure.
First off, extreme saying being a good Sicilian boy, and yeah, there's some magic, right? Because that's such a hard style to master, right? Neapolitan certainly is very difficult. There are all the rules, but I feel like the free for all of the thick and fluffy. There's a fine line between this is really transcendent and I'm just eating really dense bread.
Right.
It's not that hard to get. So I completely, hats off, and certainly here to try their site next time I'm driving
I,
through
I'm
Pittsburgh.
excited to try them.
And then the other half of the article, as we've mentioned, we'll embarrass you one more time. That trophy's that's not a small trophy. You have to carry. You couldn't carry it on. You had to check that,
I
right?
had to carry it on. It didn't fit in a suitcase.
That's awesome. That's the legendary
It's
carry on
actually
right there.
massive, and when I was leaving Italy, they were like, "We don't know if we should allow you to have this on the airplane." And I was like, "I'm not leaving it here, so we're just gonna you can take it and check it underneath, but I'm bringing it with me."
Lovely. So you won. Tell us about the pie because it had some truffle and some really awesome ingredients, right?
Yes. So this is a pizza we have been making in our restaurant for 14 years, and I it's one of our very it's our most popular, I would say maybe second most popular. I competed this pizza. It's called the Pizza del Rey. It has a white porcini, mushroom, truffle with a mascarpone. So I mix that together, and that's on the base of it. We do a sauteed mushroom on top of it with house-made mozzarella, and then it comes out prosciutto di Parma on it. It's delicious. It's very truffle for me in a competition could be overdone. It kind of like goes in its wave of like popularity. And the other part of the puzzle was like everybody in Italy hand presses a gluten-free pizza. And I thought in America, when people compete gluten-free, it's all done in a pan or a tray,
All of
Detroit
it.
style. So
Right.
I thought maybe I should do something in Italy that would be a little bit different. But my brother Joe was just like, go with what you know. Just do, so I thought I'd just like test it out, see how it would go. I competed third. I think there were 31 people in the division, and I was like so sad.
So
I was so mad. I was like, third, but they liked it.
no, no, I mean that's incredible, right? And just great flavors, kudos again, and that's cool, right? I mean, come back with that hardware, and that's something I'm proud. I tell people I just meet that I know you, so I'm sure you're 10 times as proud. Just
Yeah, I'm excited. I was shocked. I was shocked. The competition there is enormous, and there's a lot of competitors, 500-600 competitors. So for me, that was I have been to that show a few times because
really
of the gelato element. So we were talking a little bit before about it. So it's a huge gelato expo. The first time I went to it, I was probably 13 or 14 years old. So when I heard that they were going to have a pizza competition last year, I thought, I want to go to that, just test it out. Like, let's see what the international competition ring looks like. That was it. My one
awesome.
hit wonder.
It's a one-hit wonder. You had the all-timer, one of the best hits ever. So, no,
Thank you.
congratulations, and I will only embarrass you about like 3-4 more
That's
times if
okay.
you go. So, perfect. Let's move on to another article that we'll pick at random. I like this one a lot, and I'm sure. Listen, there's good pizza, there's bad pizza, and then there's ranch covered frozen pizza. So, you're in Hidden Valley Ranch launched ranch forward pizzas that bring pizza and ranch together like never before. I don't know, never before, but of course this is out of Ohio, and we're mashing the two up with the DiGiorno spicy rancheroni thin crust pizza and the reimagined classic DiGiorno chicken bacon ranch stuffed crust pizza. Initial thoughts: you smashing this? Do you do ranch on pizza, or is that just you're gonna leave that to us Western Midwestern weirdos out here?
Okay. I'm not mad about it. I read this article. I thought this was brilliant, really. People do love ranch. Now, I don't put ranch on pizza, but that's because I eat good pizza, so it doesn't need the ranch. But I'm sure that if I was going to go somewhere, if somebody's going to go out and have like so pizza, the ranch, that Hidden Valley might just kind of like bring it up. For me, I thought that this was very clever. I'm not going to lie. I would go buy that and try it out.
I think you and I are on the same page, right? So the spicy rancheroni, buffalo style Hidden Valley Ranch sauce topped with pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, jalapenos, and some Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. How can that be bad, right? Love a good thin crust. And then chicken bacon ranch, right, is a classic, right? California Pizza Kitchen kind of made that a thing. Then you're gonna stuff the crust. Listen, is it a gimmick? Yeah. If I've had half a dozen beers and it's 1 a.m. and I'm reaching for a frozen pizza and I find one of these, am I gonna be upset? No,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna be pretty
I
happy
don't think
about it.
so.
So
And I also thought like, putting a ranch powder, you making a homemade ranch powder and you sprinkling that on a pizza, like, okay,
yeah, I
I'm here for it. So I
listen.
thought it was a good move on DiGiorno's part.
I mean, great partnership. You got to keep reinventing. There's a regional chain here in Michigan, Hungry Howie's, that does like kind of the ranch powder and the crust. And it's good, right? It's not award-winning pizza, but if you know what it is, not hurting anybody. And I'm sure this will be a limited time offering and just to get for a new cycle. But listen, I don't hate it. Now, give me the ranch powder covered pizza rolls. Now we're really in trouble because I think then you're saving me a step. But if you're watching Totino's, it's time to get with it. All right,
Oh,
let's
that's a good one.
let's just keep it awesome. So this I think is kind of a big deal. So courtesy of Yahoo.com, Domino's has just released its first of a kind pizza that has everyone talking. They are finally entering the stuffed crust game after many decades of being being in operation. So first off, first impression, stuffed crust, yes, no, or does it have to be that right kind of pizza?
Okay. 12-year-old Anna is going to go with a solid yes. I'm a no. I'm a no now. And yeah, I was shocked that they didn't already sell one. I can't tell you the last time I've had a Domino's pizza. So, but I thought that they would have already been in this market. So yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop there. Their first ever. I mean, the pizza looks nice.
Yeah,
What about you? Are
I'm
you
with you.
into this thin
I'm
crust?
kind of no, I've never had a thin crust pizza that I thought was worth it. They're just always gummy, right? I mean, like 12-year-old Jim, absolutely all day. I read a book, you go Pizza Hut, but Domino's is they're the kings of reinventing pizza, right? This is what they do.
Right.
To kind of get with the gimmick of stuffed crust is interesting. I don't think they're going to do well because that's not what Domino's does, right? They do marketing things, but a stuffed crust pizza, even at its best, is still just a C plus, right? Because that cheese is always gooey and gelatinous, and so I'm a little worried for them that they're kind of lowering themselves to that level. There are other articles where you see Domino's were closing like 200 locations. Are they doing okay? And it feels like a Hail Mary. It's kind of a red flag to me, a
Okay.
pizza red flag.
Okay. Yeah. I can totally see that. I also feel like the training on that has to be like you have to be on point to get that right. I know how to make a stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Oh,
So, the quality.
or it's coming in frozen, right? And now you're taking a step away from that. The one thing Domino's did is they did roll out their own dough.
They very
It's
did.
coming in frozen now. Why don't
I'm
I just get the
curious about
DiGiorno's
that.
ranch, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, stuffed crust pizza. I've made them. You make them, right? They're not easy to make. They take a long time, right?
Yes, and to get it right, so that the pizza doesn't or the cheese doesn't evaporate and turn into nothing, doesn't seep out of the side of it. It's not gummy. Yeah.
It's really tricky. As you know, right? Just wrote a pizza cookbook, comes out in June. And there's a recipe for it. It's really hard because you got to freeze. It's got to be right temperature. And if you're looking at ticket times, it's going to destroy it.
Yeah.
And you're a pizza artisan. A 17-year-old making Domino's pizza isn't going to nail that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm worried that it's going to come in frozen. At that point, what are we doing here, Domino's? Like, I'm a little worried. I think there's a red flag.
I'm gonna pay
Personally.
I'm gonna watch out for this. I'm gonna pay attention because I don't typically follow the dominoes, but
If you're part of this program, you will be following every move Domino's makes because they throw up Hail Mary after Hail Mary of marketing genius. Whoever runs their marketing and PR needs a raise. Speaking of awesome people, let's go to this one. I like this one a lot. We'll dive into this more this month. Is Women in Pizza Month.
yes.
So PMQ, awesome article. These 10 chefs are building a more equitable and prosperous pizza community. So Chef Alexandra wrote this article, but really cool. I won't get to all 10 because I think we will over the kind of the course of the month. But maybe could you tell us a little bit? Women in Pizza Month. What does that mean to you?
Yeah. Women in Pizza was done with Orlando Foods and Alex, who had this article put together, and it is so necessary to highlight these women. You just don't see them. You don't really hear about it all too often. I mean, you didn't, right? So now it's starting to be a conversation. 19, I when was my first women in pizza event, like cooking at the Orlando booth, and it was eye-opening. So you go to Pizza Expo and there are men making pizza and really fun girls handing out the pamphlets. It's kind of silly because you're like, where are all the ladies? Like, we make pizza, but we just don't. I guess we don't. We're not asked. We're not sure. So, highlighting them. And then Women's Pizza Month, Christy Alley does the Women's Pizza Month. And it was really just an effort for us to like continue encouraging each other. And that is what so needed, and just, gets us out of we're uncomfortable, talking about ourselves. We, whatever. Men don't, I don't think, have that problem talking about themselves. I mean, a lot that I know don't. So, yeah, it's Women's Pizza Month, women in pizza in general. For me, I have 3 little girls. It has always been very important for me for them to know that it's okay. It's fun to make pizza. Cooking is fun. Being in the kitchen. I don't want them to think that they have to be, if they want to be a server, frontline, whatever, front of house, that's fine. But I really want them to just embrace being in a kitchen and doing the work, the fun work.
I love it. So yeah, this month we're gonna have several guests on for Women Pizza Month. I'm ecstatic about it. Thank you for sharing, right? Because what an important movement that. Again, it's silly, right? And you think about how just kind of asinine it is 6 years ago. We're not talking 60 years. We're talking 6 years ago, right?
Yeah,
And you walk right. And there's so many great, women in pizza and female artisans that need to be highlighted, like yourself, like Christy, like Alexandra, that really just the world needs to know, and giving them a platform is way more important. I have 2 small girls myself, and they know that they can do anything, right? And
right.
having the platform and seeing other people be amazing is really important. So
Well,
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. But you know, when we got into pizza, 2012, 2013, Michael competed in the Caputo Cup that was held in New York City. And they accepted, I think, 35 competitors, and there was one female. And I thought that was, oh, there's a girl competing, right? Like, that
Right.
was unusual to see a girl compete. And then you would see, like, Nicole Bean would compete, and Audrey Kelly would compete, and Laura Meyer would compete, and Nicole Russell. Like, you would see them, they would be around, but it would be the 2 and 20. It was like very uncommon to see the women. And so that was why I actually competed in 2019. And I was going to mention this about the pizza that I won with in Rimini. I competed that pizza, the same one, in
Really?
2019 at the Caputo Cup in Atlantic City, and I came in second. And the United States hasn't had another gluten-free pizza competition since then, since COVID, and not after. It doesn't happen in Atlantic City. That's never a division there. And then I don't believe that they did it at Pizza Expo, from what I remember. But that's why I thought I'm going to do this in Rimini. But in 2019, I thought women have to get in front of it. Like, we have to put our names in these competitions. Whether or not I win, it doesn't matter. It's like, I need other females to see that there are girls competing. So, in my opinion, and I think I'm pretty on, in the United States now, we're about 20% of the role of competitors, which is huge, just in
Huge.
a short amount of time. But when I was in Rimini, 500 competitors, I'd say if you told me there were 24 women that competed, I would be shocked. I would be
Really?
shocked. And the thing is too, that this is not just like an United States thing. You see the French pizza team, you see the Japanese pizza team, and the people from Korea that come into these international competitions, and a majority of them are men. And you think, how or why? What is it about pizza that just leans to the male population? I don't know. And I don't think that it's just men that make it. I think it's like, that's the desire to compete, and the desire to be in those arenas is more male focused, because then you see these articles that come out, right? So thank you, PMQ, for doing that, and
Yeah.
for Alex highlighting them, because there are now 10 more women that are like, they own their businesses, and they're head chefs in their businesses, and they make pizza. They make great pizza. And so I
Uh,
love it.
No, I do too. And it's a good point, right? A way to get your name out there is by competing and being out, and it just having either the courage or the want to or whatever to be competing or have your story told, right? Wasn't done. So yeah, again, thank you, PMQ. It's a great. It's not one article, it's 11, right?
Yes.
Which is perfect. It's a perfect write up. So I don't want to share it. We'll dive into it more this month, but please look it up. And I know PMQ goes hard to paint women pizza month, as will we. To me, I'm all for it. So thank you for being a part of it and kind of sharing your insights. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, you're welcome. I would encourage anybody to get that article in front of them, scroll through it, read all of them, look them up on Instagram. It's very cool.
Must follows across the board,
Yes.
honestly. All right, we have one more to go. This is interesting. We're getting away from the restaurant more to a little bit at home here. So Ninja unveils a new and more affordable pizza artisan pizza oven. It is outdoor and it makes 3 pizzas in under 10 minutes. So start us off. Do you have at-home pizza ovens? Are you a traditional oven? You have uni, Gosni, none of the above, or you have a shop, you're gonna make a pizza, you go into work. Where are you in the on
All
the
of the
spectrum?
above.
Love it.
All of the
Love it.
above. So I am a huge advocate for these home pizza ovens. I think that I love that Ninja's doing this. So thank you for making an affordable option for for people. I do pizza classes regularly out of my restaurant. I just love people. I want people to learn how to make good pizza. It's not easy, but it's a simple process. You just have to practice it. You have to want to make it. And I feel like without the tools, so I'm a huge proponent of the right tools will get you the right product if you have the process right. But having an at-home oven works for certain styles of pizza, but even still, your at-home oven is only getting you to 550 if you're lucky. And so
If you're
you
lucky.
really need a 575. You really need a 575 600-degree oven to get like the right crisp on different styles. And so, these ovens that get up to 700, 800 degrees. I have a Breville pizzaiolo oven that I think is wonderful. I love the way that it cooks the pizza, but it's a little bit small. So a 12-inch, have you used the Breville before?
Yeah, I have. So I've got a whole fleet outside.
Yeah, me too.
Um, and I collect them, honestly, at this point. So yeah, I have. Yeah, so that's the balance, right? It's size and temperature and fuel,
I love
right?
the cook on it. It's just too small. And then I have the Uni Volt,
You know?
which gets nice and hot. And I think that's a very nice oven, but I don't know that you can do 3 pizzas in 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. That stone, it makes a great pizza, but the recovery on it can be tricky, but it is great. If like for my family it works and if I have time, but I would be interested to try the Ninja that says that the recovery on it seems to be better. But the Gosni, I'm incredibly impressed with that oven. I uh, used it for a pizza class in the middle of a blizzard outside, and it was like freezing rain in Pittsburgh. That oven was on for 4 hours, and it didn't skip a beat. It was very impressive. Of course, I have like the propane uni as well. I also have a fleet of these.
But yeah, you collect them just like Pokemon cards. So yeah, this one's interesting. Here's what sets out to me, right? So it runs from 90 degrees to 700 degrees. First off, I love Ninja products, right? I have the whole fleet. I've got a couple of their cookbooks. I'm a big Ninja dude. It's got settings, which worries me a little bit, but Neapolitan thin crust pan, New York, and custom. It's fully electric. It's 12-inch pizza. Oh, this is interesting. So 279.99, pretty approachable price point. To me, I would do everything but pizza in this, right? If I know I could really blast some steak or some veggies or something, this interesting. I am worried this is a glorified air fryer, which I hate convection air frying pizza, as you know, right? It doesn't play, so I'm worried that's how they'll be able to get that back to back to back because they have circulating air, but listen, that's a pretty good price point, and if it gets people into at home pizza making who can't drop for a Gazzi or don't want to mess with wood chips, I think I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I do think electric is quickly becoming the way. So I honestly, I'm going to get one. Right, I'm going to add this to fleet. Ask the Easter Bunny for one. I'll report back.
Same. I want to do it too.
Kind of
Let me
right. I
know.
mean, if it truly can rock 10 and 10 minutes, 3 pizzas, 280, get to 700. There are a lot of possibilities, especially like say doing classes or we have a family of 4 and 3 12-inch pizzas is a nice start for my growing kids. So I'm here for it. The world's only going to get bigger when it comes to pizza ovens.
Yeah, in a very great way.
Love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not an intimidating price, I don't think, for people who are kind of interested. We offer and present it in our restaurant too. I have the Volt there. I have an oven off the top of my head. I can't remember what it is, but I bought it on Amazon for like $179. I want people to be able to compare them, and my whole goal is for them to make great pizza. I can't do that if I'm like, the only way for you to do it is in my Akunto 900-degree oven. That's not going to encourage them. So I want them to get a feel if they want to launch it into a Gosney, put it in the Univolt. But this is also another way for people to do it at a not so intimidating level. I think too, like sometimes the Uni ovens are wonderful, but the learning curve on it is like a little bit tricky. And then I think it discourages people, you know.
100% right, because by the time you get fired up and they're fussy and you make one and it doesn't come out perfect and now you gotta wait to there's a learning curve. You and we could rock it, right?
Right.
But to someone who's kind of entering where electric that rebounds, so I like it. It's not gonna probably win a AVPN awards, right? but but will it get people into home pizza making outside of their convection oven? Probably.
I
And
hope so.
I'm here for it. Like I say, Ninja, I'm staring at 2 Ninja air fryers in my basement right now. They're on deck. So I am a Ninja fan to be fair. But
Do you have the Ninja Creamy?
of course I have a Ninja Creamy. How can you not? My gosh, I'll make ice cream out of everything.
It's so impressive.
To hear from you, right? A master gelato maker. I don't know how they do it, right? I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm like, I'm not sure how they pull this off.
Yeah, it's wild. You can just pour our gelato base into it and you have like a salt. We were like, maybe we need to start selling our gelato
Just
base in
just the base.
bottles. Yeah. And you can add your own strawberries to it, add your own mint flavoring, whatever you want to put in this, and sell out of our refrigerator, and you put it in that Ninja Creamy. Let's go.
It doesn't mess. I love it. All right, Anna. Awesome show. We covered great articles. Thanks for being the co-host for the next several shows, Women Pizza Month. How can we find you on social media?
So I am on Instagram, Anna.Crucitt, and that's about as far as social media as I go. I am on it now. Before I was there, but not there. But I do love interacting with people, so now I'm.
I love it. And Mercurio's also
Oh, yeah.
all over everything.
At Mercurio's PGH, Mercurio's Pittsburgh, and we're on all kinds of platforms
All of
for
it.
Mercurio's. Yeah.
Crush them all. Well, I'm Jim Mumford. Jim Cooks Food Good wherever you get your social media. If you're watching on YouTube, like, rate, subscribe, comment, all the above, and tune in every Tuesday for the foreseeing future for Pizza Roundtable. So for 90 Pizza Club, Anna, thank you so much, and we'll see everyone next week.
Had a great night talking to you.
Likewise.